So now that 2023 is in our rear view and we've officially kicked off 2024, I wanted to take this opportunity to hit upon a few things in the real estate market. Specifically what we're seeing here in the Naples, Florida market, and also what we're seeing market-wide that is impacting our local market. First, you may notice behind me, it's not as sunshiny today, and I am wearing a sweater. In fact, it hasn't even hit 70 degrees yet today. It's supposed to hit just about 71 sometime this afternoon, but we woke up in the high 40s, which is pretty chilly for us. Okay, so let's talk about some of the most recent Naples market statistics. Currently, as of January 3rd, there are 2,073 single-family homes on the market in all of Naples. And there are 1,914 condos for sale in all of Naples. That's not a huge difference from where we wrapped up at the end of November, but the good news is that we're still seeing an increase in inventory, which is good news. For instance, as of the end of November, we had 2,005 single-family homes for sale and 1,790 condos for sale. So let's look at closed sales. Even though the numbers are still trickling in for December, right now I'm seeing 311 single-family homes that sold in the month of December, and I'm seeing 255 condos that closed during the month of December. When I look back to November, the month prior, I can see that single-family home sales were up a little bit, condos were down a little bit. But the median closed sale price actually increased for both. In November, the median closed sale price for condos was $465,000. In December, it was $525,000. And in November, for single-family homes, the median closed sale price was $725,000. In December, it was $760,000. So what is happening with prices? Even though business slowed down a little bit during 2023, price integrity remained. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Alysia Shivers. I'm your go-to real estate agent here in Naples, Florida. I've been servicing the areas of Naples, Bonita Springs, and Estero for the last 13 years. If you have any questions about our market, you're thinking about making a move, whether you are a buyer or a seller, call, text, email me, and I'll see how I can help you with your real estate needs. So let's continue talking about prices for a second. Prices are continuing to go up, just not as quickly as they were the last few years, which is good. In fact, many of the experts are showing that we'll have very normal appreciation even over the next 5 years. But really, what many of us are concerned about is the current year of 2024. Where do many of the experts see prices going this year? Check out this chart and see what the major resources are telling us as what their projections are for prices for 2024. While continued price appreciation is ultimately good news market-wide, we do know that we have a crisis of affordability here in the United States. Essentially, affordability is based upon three things: wages, mortgage rates, and the price of a home. Look, there is no doubt that affordability is going to continue to be a topic in 2024, but we think we may see some relief. First, we're in a better mortgage environment than we were even just 90 days ago. Let's hope that continues in 2024. Wages are growing at a faster pace than they did during the COVID years, and home price appreciation will not be what it was over the last few years, which again is a good thing. Taking all of these things into account, the current forecast is that overall in the United States, more homes will be sold in 2024 than were sold in 2023. If you are concerned about foreclosures, Rick Sharga, who is an expert in this arena, reports that in a normal year, about 1 to 1.5% of all mortgages are in some sort of state of foreclosure. And yet today, we're just over a little bit of a 0.5%. He doesn't see a tsunami of foreclosures anywhere on the horizon, and he also doesn't see a price crash coming. We keep talking about this inventory crisis, and I know if you've been following my videos that in my market updates, I've been sharing with you how we just don't have the inventory here to supply the demand of buyers that want to be here. Yes, we've been seeing some increases in inventory the last couple of months, which is great, but we're still well below where we normally should be. So what is the solution? Unfortunately, the solution is just time. It's going to take time to get back to some sort of normalcy. Right now, nationwide, we have about 3 months of inventory. 6 months is normal. Here in Naples, we're at just over 5 months of inventory. New building has come more into balance, but frankly, builders aren't going to overbuild to meet demand. Scarcity is actually better for them because it helps them keep prices up. Demand overall has declined due to unaffordability, but supply has also declined because owners can't afford to sell their home, give up their current interest rate, for a higher interest rate. The statistic is that about 70% of borrowers right now have an interest rate of 4% or below. Frankly, if you sell and buy, the math just doesn't make sense. More inventory would no doubt ease the upward pressure on home prices. But right now, sellers are only selling if something has happened within their family structure to make them sell, whether it's a divorce or a death in the family, or perhaps their family has grown, or they've had a job relocation. The other thing we've all been hearing is that interest rates are likely going to drop at some point during 2024. But if they drop too fast, that could create a surge in demand, and that would likely result in prices rebounding again. Experts agree that pacing rate decreases would be the best scenario. It would ultimately help control the market's comeback. Look, the whole point of me doing these videos is to educate you on our Naples local market here. And frankly, our market is a little bit different than many other places around the country. For the most part, people don't have to move to Naples. They are not moving here for job relocation. They're not moving here for schools. We are not a college town. We are not known for our industry. Yes, we do have some industry here, but we are not known for our industry. Those that buy in Naples buy because they want to, not because they need to. Naples is a place that many come to simply enjoy life. Another thing to understand about our local Naples market is that many of our transactions are actually done in cash. In fact, more than 50% are cash deals. And that usually begs the question, well then why are interest rates impacting our local market? And that's because our folks are just as money conscious as anybody else, as they should be. If the stock market isn't doing well, if interest rates are climbing at a fast pace, then yes, they're going to pull back. This video was just to give you some insight into Naples and our local real estate market. The last thing I want to say is that I do this channel to provide you with some education, to be a resource for anyone that is looking to move to Naples. I am grateful and appreciative to all of those who have taken the time to subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, like and comment on my videos. And I look forward to providing you with even more insight in our Naples local market this year.